Good morning, Francis Parker School number 23. Today is Monday, February 22nd, 2021. It is an A day. If you are sitting, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now let's say our powerful pledge. As members of the Francis Parker community, we will be at the top of our game. We will show compassion to those who need it. We will go for the best and not settle for less. We will be kind in what we say and do. We will show respect because we deserve respect. We will take responsibility for our actions and be a positive force in our community because we are the definition of excellence. Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you had a wonderful whole week off and you're ready to get back to work today because we're so excited to have you here. And we do have birthday to announce. Yay! So today our one birthday is Sam Biratella. Happy birthday, Sam. We hope you have a wonderful day today. We also have several shout outs. Our first shout out is from Miss Goldberg's room, and that is for Mayliana. She worked so hard to finish her activities on Zern. Now she's working on first grade Zern. Yay, Mayliana, way to go. Next up from Miss Carlson's room is Colleen, David, Teddy, Lizzie, Lamaya, Alex, Ronan, and Silas for all meeting their weekly Zern goal. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's a lot of you. Ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like we are working really hard on math, and that is wonderful. Finally, Mr. Moulton, Damar, Joanne, Mary Grace, Zahir, and Nalea, and Nabila. These kids all did their work over the February break. Oh my gosh, that's so great because you were on a vacation and yet you still got work done that you needed to get done. I'm so proud of you. Such hard workers. You guys keep up the great work. And teachers, that was our last shout out we have. So please start filling out those forms again so we can make sure we're recognizing all the amazing work of our students. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to go over another wonderful, notable African American in our history. Some of you have probably heard this name, and of course, there is an incredible movie about him as well. Today, we're going to talk about Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier when he became the first black athlete to play Major League Baseball after he joined the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947. This is amazing. This was an incredible feat for Jackie Robinson to break down that barrier because by then it was an all-white sport. So that was very important that he was able to help integrate African Americans into the Major League Baseball team. So he was the first black athlete to play Major League Baseball in the 1900s. And then, of course, throughout this whole decade-long career, so over 10 years, he distinguished himself as one of the game's most talented and exciting players. He had an impressive .311 career batting average, and he was also a vocal civil rights activist, which is very important. So what I also found fascinating is there's another amazing African-American athlete named Jesse Owens who won the Olympic Games in Berlin in 1936 for track. He was the fastest 200-meter dash runner. Now, many of you may know Usain Bolt, who, of course, has been the fastest runner in the world through the Olympics with the 100-meter dash. But Jesse Owens was the best in the 200-meter. Believe it or not, as fast as he was, Jackie Robinson was like incredibly fast, but his brother Matthew was even faster and came in second place. He won the silver medal behind Jesse Owens. Isn't that incredible? What a talented family. Anyway, Robinson went on to college at the University of California at Los Angeles, UCLA, and he was the first university student to win varsity letters in 4 sports. 4 sports! That's amazing. Also, he ended up going into the Army. He was a second lieutenant. So that's pretty amazing, from 1942 to 1944. Now, later on, of course, he married his wife, Rachel Islam. When they were both attending UCLA, they married in 1946, but they had a lot to deal with as Jackie was moving into professional baseball because they faced a lot of racism. So there was a lot they had to do to keep their family safe. So joining the baseball league, he began to play professionally in 1944. And again, at that time, there was a separate Negro League for African Americans, and then all white people only played in the Major League Baseball. So he began playing in those Negro Leagues, and then he was selected to join the all-white Montreal Royals team, which was a farm team or a team that feeds into a major league team, in this case, the Brooklyn Dodgers. And then he moved to Florida and he spring trained with the Royals. He knew going in that this was going to be tough, that it was an all-white crowd, that he was going to be ridiculed, threatened, and a lot of things, because the first people through barriers always kind of get hit the most, but he persevered through everything. His will was tested. Some of his own teammates didn't like having an African American on their team, so he was dealing with so many different pressures, and yet he stuck with it in the face of major adversity. Jackie Robinson stuck with it, and he became one of the best Major League Baseball players in history. And he was the first elevated to the Brooklyn Dodgers, which was the Major League Baseball team. So really incredible. What a great man. He's done so much, and you know, he unfortunately passed away, of course, years ago, but there is a movie out there that many of you may know called 42. And this is a movie based on the life of Jackie Robinson. And I highly recommend you talk to your families about him and possibly watch that movie if you're old enough, because he's certainly an incredible person who made great gains for the African American community. So, again, I hope you have an amazing week this week. Work hard today and make it a great day, Francis Parker.